Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, is this an intro? Welcome to the podcast.
The 2IcoNics podcast with Nicola and Nick. Comment, who's your favourite, Nick? So what are we talking about today? Horoscopes and Sorrowscopes and urban dictionaries and Barbies and Bratz. Roll the titles.
Me first. It's the little things that pack a punch on Saturday, Gemini. So don't aim for epic fun. I wish I'd known that on Saturday. With the humble Virgo moon in your nurturing 4th house, fist bumping impromptu Uranus in your retreat corner, mellow downtime, and your nearest and dearest will give you the most pleasure.
What
Is
the
that a
hell
sentence?
What is this?
I'm going to start taking notes of what houses are what.
What does this mean? How many houses?
So
And there's a Virgo moon?
a humble Virgo moon.
Oh.
I think there's at least 12 houses. I've seen it up to 12. Actually, there's been 13 houses now.
Is there? Oh my god.
Keep it simple and tackle a small project around the house, solo or with a roommate or friend. You might break out the crafting table or the gardening tools and get busy with work that feels more like play. Just do something, that's it. It's like
Do a hobby.
your ruler, clever Mercury, and being ruled by clever Mercury,
Ooh.
is zipping through your signs and filling your head with inspired ideas.
Do you have any inspired ideas?
No. And Sunday you might not know whether you should run with a cutting edge concept or play it safe, as Mercury forms a tangled angle with foggy Neptune in your status sector. Some twins could even call their entire career path into question. Whatever you do, don't overreact.
You better calm down.
This transit is fast moving, so 24 hours from now, you're apt to have a completely different perspective on things. But what does it mean?
It could mean anything.
You're one.
Pisces.
Saturday's synergy between the earthly Virgo moon in your interpersonal realm and exciting Uranus in sensual Taurus can set off sparks in your relationships.
Oh, cool. Great.
If you already have a committed connection, this star map may spell a memorable night, so take a rain check. Any optional plans, especially if you're feeling lukewarm about them to begin with.
Okay.
Okay. For single Pisces, radical Uranus can convince you to start swiping with an open mind, or you might get into a conversation with someone in the flesh and surprise yourself by being way more flexible with your crush criteria. They don't have to be Pedro Pascal.
That is my crush criteria. The episode where we talk about the crushes should have been called that. Crush criteria.
But crush criteria. This is true. We can go back and fix it.
We can change it. We can
No
change
he'll
it.
notice. Guilt trips are a choice on Sunday when verbal Mercury in your mood zone spars with your co-ruler, susceptible Neptune in your sign. Don't let someone impose on your kind-hearted, compassionate nature, even if that someone is a loved one. So, they're trying to tell you they're not a real person. They're not real. Stay alert and take people's behaviour at face value instead of generously giving them more grace than they deserve.
Okay.
Jeez. If you sense that they're trying to wrap you around their finger, call them out on it. They'll treat you the way you teach them to, so teach them to show more. Bloody hell. They want you to be really aggressive with people, basically, again.
Right. Thanks, Astro Twins. I'll do that.
I think when you go back to Mystic Meg there.
But who's even doing Mystic Meg anymore?
Does this even still says that
Yeah.
Mystic Meg wrote some before she died? Oh, it's written by Maggie Innes now.
Ooh.
It's not written by Mystic Meg anymore.
Who the hell is Maggie Innes?
Tuesday and Thursday, finish what you start, however long it takes. Well, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm sailing, so I think they mean finish the race.
That's your destiny.
Friday is your moment to be most tantalising, teasing love self.
What?
Pisces Destinidis. Monday, do your homework and adjust a career strategy. Talk to T again on Tuesday.
T.
Pass a potential new address on Friday.
Shall we move on? Sorrowscopes.
Gemini. You wake up tied to a wooden stake. Strangers in goat masks are dancing around a bonfire. We'll be honest, things don't look good.
Good luck.
I like the replies. Will there be drumming? Please tell me there will be drumming. Your home will be filled with the sound of laughter. Maniacal, unceasing laughter.
Yay.
Thanks for that. Thanks Horoscopes. Bye. What are we moving on to now?
Let's move on to something even more random, which is the Urban Dictionary. The random words.
Swag. This stands for secretly we are gay, and then there's a lot of emojis.
Does it?
Written by Ed Sheeran, dyslexic butthole.
Okay.
Thanks, Urban Dictionary.
Never change.
Mac, M-A-I-C, the love of my life. I love Mac.
What?
God of the drunk was one of the reasons the stubborn forums died. Tom Felton, the hottest human to ever breathe.
I don't know about that.
Someone, Tom Felton is ugly. Me. Abracadabra.
I like the Harry Potter fans, but sometimes I hate them.
Bucket of monkey.
What?
This is a great big bucket of monkey. Simple as that.
I just think of the Toy Story toys, like the monkeys that all like chain together.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's a bucket of
Are
monkey.
they the bucket of monkeys?
The monkey chains. What are they even for?
I think you just make a chain with them.
Broseph. They've just quoted Anchorman for some reason. Jack Black, what the hell, bro? Ron Burgundy. Oh, that was a nasty spill you had there. Jack Black, you just thrashed my chopper, Broseph.
It's a very Jack Black thing to say.
It's a very Bowser thing to do. Does he have a chopper in the Mario movie?
I don't think he even does. He plays piano.
Let me down.
He's right behind you. He's listening. Oh my god. Call is coming from inside the house.
Peel off. The word of the day on Urban Dictionary is apparently butt broken. An inappropriately strong or misdirected feeling of disappointment.
Oh.
Huh.
So it actually means something. It's not just you broke your ass.
They use it in a sentence here. Charlie's butt broken over the World Cup being cancelled because of nuclear war. I mean, I would be too, to be honest. This article is a work in progress.
So we can't trust it. Let's read it.
Sketches by the designer Carter Bryant became the basis of MGA Entertainment's Bratz doll line. An upcoming trial will delve into whether he drew them while working at Mattel.
Right. Is the gist of it someone was working at Mattel, then went to go and work on the Bratz and stole ideas?
Carter Bryant's a fashion doll designer. In 1995 he began working at Mattel, but left in 1998 to work as a freelance doll designer. After leaving Mattel, Bryant designed the Bratz doll.
Right. I feel like a lawyer right now.
27th of April 2004, Mattel filed a state court complaint against former employee Carter Bryant, alleging that Bryant breached his contract by failing to disclose his concept sketches and sculpt of the Bratz dolls prior to leaving Mattel for MGA Entertainment. So he drew something while working at a place, and because the thing he drew was vaguely related to what he did for work, they think they own it. 2 years later, some dude goes and says there probably were issues with copyright somewhere. Okay, good for him. 29th of May, that's when the trial begins.
I take it Mattel didn't win because the Bratz are their own thing.
All the way down to 2011, and then nothing's happened since then. What the hell?
Did you watch any of the Bratz stuff? Did you watch any of the Barbie stuff?
Yes, I did, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately.
You mean unfortunately? That was great. Movies.
It was never my choice. Sisters were watching it, didn't know what to do, so I was just going to sit down and watch this with them. They did things like Swan Lakes.
Did Rapunzel.
Barbie stops 9/11.
Oh, I don't think she did though. Maybe in Barbie World.
I think they would just turn the set into. I mean, that actually is Barbie World though. Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice Barbie World with Aqua.
Yep.
Nicki Minaj re-recorded Barbie World. Is it going to be in the film? If it's going to be in the film, I'm very disappointed.
You know it will be. Dua Lipa's song is going to be in it.
I don't like Julie.
I know.
You don't like anything, Nick.
What?
Have your hair styled like a true Barbie.
Get the bleach and some rollers and we'll go from there.
How much do you think it costs to get into the world of Barbie?
$100. Are we going to move on?
What was the biggest incident at your high school? The comments on this. What was the biggest incident that happened at people's high school? Obviously somebody just jumps right in with terrorist attack. My incident was one day in front of the whole cafeteria, the hottest girl in school made a big announcement that she was asking me to prom. When I went up to accept her invitation, she threw a cake in my face and everyone laughed at me.
Oh my god.
And then somehow I got detention for it.
I thought it was just in the movies.
English teachers posted a video of them partying in the USA with alcohol and drugs in the background. After college, I joined them. It burned down.
Did the school burn down? Oh my god. That happened to a school near the school I went to. There was my school, a park in between, and then another school. And there was like...
so the park is where all the fights would happen.
Exactly. There was like a knife fight at one point and everyone heard about it and was like, right, we have to go and see this knife fight. And then it didn't happen. I think the teachers found out about it as well, so they went to stop
and
it.
it stopped it. Just seen another reply to this post. Somebody called Mia says, I had a train ran on me by 36 guys in the bathroom and got caught.
What?
I'm going to click on her profile and see what else she's put. What you do if we get stuck in a submarine together.
Did you see the stepson of the guy that was in the submarine was posting on Twitter to OnlyFans people? Basically, an OnlyFans woman was like posting mirror selfies and stuff on Twitter, and it was something, the caption was something like, would you let me sit on it? Basically. And then he retweeted saying yes.
Yeah, there's someone else that was like, they posted that there were some festival somewhere.
I think that's the
It's the
same
same
guy.
guy.
He was at a Blink-182 concert and was like, this is what my family would have wanted. Anyway, we started just talking about the memes of the submarine.
Slapping my teacher 'cause he disrespected me.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't hit the teacher.
This one says urinal juice. I don't know what that means.
2 words. Urinal juice.
What, there were bigger incidents that happened in your school?
A teacher got caught on a dogging website by the 6-years. I don't know how they found it, but they did, and then they reported it, and the teachers were just like, you made this up, you photoshopped it, and then turns out it was true. So the
Yeah.
pictures spread around the school, and I got to see this man's peeing.
That's fun. Why would you look at that? People go,
Because
look this.
it got sent around to everyone in the school. Someone in my class saw it on his phone, and we all like gathered round his phone to look at it.
Oh, somebody wrote a fan fiction about one of the teachers, and it was supposedly like AI generated, but they wrote a fan fiction about it.
Oh no.
And then it kind of got so big that like everyone saw it, and then eventually teachers saw it and thought it was actually a story about something that happened.
Oh,
So this
right.
teacher got suspended because they thought that
That it
like,
was
this whole
true.
fan fiction was like something that happened, and the kid decided to write about it afterwards.
Why would you write a fan fiction about your teacher? There was a music teacher that would wait until you left school to message you.
Did he message you?
No, because he was like suspended by that time.
Oh, right, good. Jesus. PE teachers would come and stand in the changing rooms for some reason as people were getting changed. I'm sure at some point they were told to stop, but then they started doing it again. And if they weren't in the guys' changing rooms, that's how you knew they were in the girls' changing rooms. Just standing chatting to
I
people.
don't think any of the male teachers were in the girls' changing rooms though.
Nah, they did at my school for some reason.
There was so many instances where it was always the boys' bathroom was just like completely flooded because someone broke a sink. I don't miss it.
I'm not going back.
Even if it's like a parents' night, I won't be there.
No matter how much you pay me, I'm not going to support my child through their education. If I have a kid, I'm not putting them into the same school I went to. I don't want to have to like walk through that building ever again.
There's too much trauma. I think the school I went to has improved. When I left, it was actually better than it was the previous years because it was a new head teacher. I don't hear anything from my school anymore, so it's probably okay. Let's move on from school. Move on to films directed by Cybil Richards.
Oh, yes. So I've tried searching it before and couldn't find it, so what I need to do is actually search one of their most famous film, Virgin Hunters 2.
Of course.
Anyway, here's the synopsis of the film. The hunt is on in the year 2099.
Oh my god.
The one that the Spider-Man's from.
I know, I was going to say.
Miguel, Spider Miguel. It's a canon event. And in this sequel to the mega hit sci-fi sex romp Virgin Hunter, unsatisfied by her Lex 500 sex pot, mega conglomerate overlord and supreme commander of the World Alliance, Camilla Swales has banned all forms of sex.
No.
That makes no sense. The future is a serene and productive place, but no one is getting it on.
Oh.
The government has laced the food with passion suppressants, and the world is full of virgins. Enter the Altarians, an exotic race of virgin hunting sexual predators. They've come to Earth with one thing on their minds, and they won't let a worldwide ban on sex stop them from enjoying their vacation. Teaming up with Beth, their human companion, and nymph in training, the Virgin Hunters set out on an orgasmic mission of galactic proportions. Will they overcome the tepid masses and teach humanity to lust again?
This is ridiculous. Where can I watch it?
It obviously stars Jerry Banks, Drew Barrymore, and Amber Newman.
The Drew Barrymore?
They made it Virgin Hunters 3. They also made Sex School, Student Bodies. Earth is no place for virgins. The Virgin Hunters are back in this latest installment of the hit series that keeps going.
So,
Drew
right.
Barrymore's also back.
Do they kill the virgins?
I mean, technically they kill them because they're not... I don't know.
Good for them. What's happening? Are they here? Are the Virgin Hunters here?
What are you doing here? No.
Oh god, no. Why is this allowed on IMDb?
Why do people make these?
I'm sure there's many reasons why they make them.
More like this, it's getting...
Raunchy.
And then there's something called Fallen Tree, where there's not really any censorship in the image here. I'm going to work out what the plot of this is. I don't think there will be any plot. I think it's just a woman sitting on a tree.
That's the whole thing?
It's 1 minute long.
Why?
A nude woman just sits on a tree.
So the location scouting must have been we need to find the perfect tree.
The perfect tree.
For Angela
one
to
that's
sit
very comfortable to sit on.
Like a very smooth texture. Something that won't be jaggy. The work that went into this must have been crazy.
Yeah. What is Undress Me?
What do you think it is?
Jeff Cohen? Is he one of the Coens?
No.
Well, that sucks. We could talk about films we watched recently. I watched The Whale.
Our Lord and Saviour Brendan Fraser. I don't know if I want to watch it.
Yeah, it's free on Amazon though.
Okay then, I probably will watch it.
There's some bits that are really difficult to watch, and it's not like the emotional bits. It's just him eating.
Oh, no.
I'm actually like covering my eyes at those bits because it's just him stuffing his face full of food.
Does he deserve the Oscar then?
The performance was good. The film was alright.
So yes. I recently watched Spider-Verse.
As did I. It's very good. Apparently there's 2 versions of it in cinemas. I don't know what the difference is.
It's just like they changed some lines and parts of animation.
Why?
I don't really know. I saw recently as well that they re-released all the films with better sound design or something, because the sound design when it came out wasn't great.
But why didn't they just delay the release? But they also took out the part 1 that was originally in the title. When the first trailer came out, it said Across the Spider-Verse part 1, when the actual film was just Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. And then at the end it's like, to be continued. I'm like, ugh.
I mean, I knew it was going to be a 2-parter, but even then they could have brought it to some sort of conclusion rather than this was all just a build up to the second part.
It's so incomplete. It was such a long film. I looked up how long it was after I saw it and it was like 2 hours long.
Yeah, but at least it gave us, it's a canon event.
It's a canon event memes.
No bro, it's a canon event.
My girlfriend broke up with me. It's okay. It's a canon event.
It's a canon event.
It's always his theme that's in the meme. Miguel's theme.
I can only think of the Prowler theme for some reason.
Oh, well, that as well. It's an elephant noise.
Is it Prowler an elephant? Wow.
Well, that's what they used for the sound.
I doubt it.
Why? Google it.
Turns out the sound used to telegraph the Prowler's presence was an elephant through a filter, according to Into the Spider-Verse co-director Bob.
Just Bob. Is your brand just Iron Brew and my brand is this mug?
Apparently. What more do you want?
An outro.
An outro? Well,
Thanks for watching the 2IcoNics podcast.
with us, Nick and Nicola.
Who are we this week then? Ken and Barbie.
Up is Ken, down is Barbie. So who is this for?
You.
That one.
Are you Barbie?
I think so.
Cool. I can just be Ken. You're a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world. Like and subscribe. Comment who's your favourite Nick. And if you
Yes.
agree if he's Barbie and I'm Ken. I want to see full on debates in the comments, okay? Bye!
Bye.
Bye!
What I miss
You-
this. It's
Hang on.
Wait a minute,
I
let
have
me
a
just
confession
stall
to
for a few
make.
more seconds.
I've never told you
Just
this.
something I've got to tell you.
It's
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 oh no, we're breaking up. I can't. It's still going. There we go. Bloody hell.